I got into a car accident with my mom in high school. The pain progressively got worse. And, while I was still a minor, they weren't prescribing me any pain meds. I was trying to manage it through chiropractic or other measures. And once I got on my own, I met with like an orthopedic doctor, and he's like, well, let's try, some pain medication. Started off as Tramadol, and then, progressively increased from there. So that led me to being on opiates, and I did well for a while. I could manage, but then it's like the pain, keeps coming back, and your body just hurts, and then it turns into just like your body's addicted to it, dependent on it, and so that led me into using opiates more excessively. It was justified so much in my head because I felt like what I was doing was medically necessary. I had a doctor that was telling me, you're going to have to take this, for the rest of your life. And then, of course, being that I'm trusting a physician and being prescribed it, you have that justification in your mind that, well, it's prescription. You don't think of it as a drug. I was married previously. Our relationship was very toxic and abusive. I was ending that relationship. We were selling our house because we couldn't afford it. We weren't paying our bills due to drug use. And I was staying at my mom's because I sold my house. And I got pulled over for a DUI. It wasn't alcohol. It was due to the opiates, and I was also on Xanax. The judge revoked my bond. They wanted me to turn myself in to jail. So, and it was on Monday morning, and that whole weekend prior, I drank, I used, like, just anything, because I just was in so much despair and so nervous, like, gosh, I'm going to jail, like, it's a lot to take in, and I'm so used to numbing feelings and pain with substances. So I showed up at my attorney's office, and I don't know if I overdosed or just passed out, but I passed out in the parking lot, and my attorney, found me. And so that led to my mom and my attorney Marchman acting me. I thank my mom almost every day for saving my life. Literally, that was the hardest decision she could do, to pretty much send me to jail. But I needed it. I needed to get clear-headed, and I needed to get away from my ex-husband, because at that time we were still married. So in rehab, I filed for divorce. I just knew that wasn't the relationship for me. It was very toxic. And so graduating foundations, got my own place, got a job, and then met my fiance, and got pregnant, had a baby, and life's been really great. I've realized that, like, in recovery and turning my life more to Christ, because as a believer, I turned away from him. I was angry at him for things that I was going through in my addiction. So God has really blessed my life. Sometimes we have to go through those valleys to get where we are today, and to see that God does listen to us. He blesses us when we don't even realize it, or if we want it on our timing, that's not when it's going to happen. He'll bless us on his timing. But so I just feel very blessed to be where I am today, and really just the future, just being the best mom I can be and best future wife. And I have an amazing relationship again with my parents, my mom. Like, life is really good, and it's so nice to be able to have money, be able to have food in the house, like all these things that people just take for granted every day. Like, it was tough for many years, and I'm just so thankful for the small things.